Maybe okay. Now I have shared my screen. Now I will just let me know if you are able to see or not see. I'm opening run. And let's click the remote desktop and here. Once we come here, I'm here in this system itself. Okay. Now, what did we do last time? We did one document entry, one basic document entry. For that purpose, I need to see which GL account will be there. Just simply watch what I'm doing. I will explain all this later. I'm trying to find out if any company code is ready for entry. Otherwise, I have to use my system itself. So now the company code number of, let me see, 27,000. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Not respect. Okay. Okay. I wanted to see if there is any company code which is fully set up. That I can find by seeing the latest entries in this table. The transaction code that you see at the bottom, SE16N, is a transaction code which I'll put in the command field to display any table. And the table name that I gave was BKPF. BKPF is the table in which all the header details are captured. Any document when it is generated, it will have a header, it will have line items. The table for line items is different from the table for header. Seeing the header, I'll be able to make out which company code has the entries. Let me stop this and execute it in a smaller manner. It is becoming heavy on the system. 27,000 to now. I'm going to say 16. Okay. I will give the entry date just for 1 month. Whatever entered on is the CPU date. Entry date is the CPU date, the server date as such. So just let me take only this month. From the 12th. Terms of interest, 345 only. Okay. Execute. This must come quickly. Exactly. This is also okay. Now, if I see the latest, I'm sorting, descending, DRSA document. So 3131 is there. You can note down that in this is a system you people will be working on. So in 3131, you can put that entry. Now I have to come down here, go here, and then company code chosen is. Someone is practicing. Let us again to go here. 313. Let me see if there is another standard because somebody else's company code. If they come, I don't know. Or I will set up one company code tomorrow. We can use our own company code. Nobody will say anything. OPY6 is where you see the company codes. I just want to see if that standard company code is there. That is there, well and good. Ah, it is there. 1710 is standard company code. Okay. Now, what is happening? Then, where did I go? Here. Confusing remote desktop and my desktop. Okay. 1710 we can use. And in here, there one more transaction. Let me see if data is there in 1710. 1710, number of entries. Oh, so we will plug. That's okay. 2026. Number of entries only one. Number is posted. I'm checking if posting periods are open. Okay. OP16. Posting period variant is 1710. Let me open it. OP15. 1 to 2030. Full periods they are open. Okay. I will reduce this later, but for now, for your practice, you can use 1710 as the company code to use. So what was it that we practiced? We said the posting of one document, which is FB60. What did we post yesterday? Landlord, rent, due to the, no, cash only we did, right? Cash to rent. So here what entries are available? FB15. Company code. I told you company code. We have to change. This somebody else is practicing this. So the previous one, whoever has practiced, that will come by default. We want our company code. Our company code, what you have noted down for practice is 1710. So I'm switching to 1710. Let us see what is available. Now here I'm putting the current date. Document date, posting date. Here, let me explain one thing. There is a difference in both the dates, document date and posting date. The document date means, suppose you have purchased something, that guy, whoever is selling to you, would have given a bill to you. That bill will have a date. That document will have a date. That document is the original document of transaction. Because of that document only this transaction is happening. That date on that original document is the document date. Why we track this is, sometimes we will say after 30 days from that selling, that guy, the one from whom we are buying, he will tell you, today I'm selling to you, from today after 20 days you make the payment. So according to him, today is 12th. But I took the document, I came and I forgot to make entry in my books. When I am making it entry in the books, after 3 days or 4 days I'll make. Doesn't mean that from that day, suppose I am putting here 22/2026, doesn't mean that from this date I will be getting 20 days for payment. No, he sold to us on 12th, from 12th only 20 days is the credit period. Okay, and for that to be tracked in the system, we give here document date. But whatever posting date we are given, posting date is what will update our books of accounts. If I give posting date as 20th March, even then, whatever I've given here only, it will post into period 3. If it is January 1 is period 1, period 2, period 3. March, in period 3 only this will post. This will be in period 2. But whereas for our Indian setup, this will be period Jan, Feb, March will be period 10, 11, 12. I will share that with you. 1 second, I'll show you. This we can come back. We will understand the concept of the fiscal year. I told you there are certain concepts which we have to understand. So the first concept that you have to understand is that of fiscal year. Let me see where I have maintained that. Prepared one. Foundation. Okay, I will prepare one here. Now, for example, if I take for US and India, two things, two different fiscal year I'm trying to explain to you. For US, it is Jan to December. Okay, and for India, it will be April to March. Now, when I'm telling this, what happens here? Um, 1 second. I have it ready made instead of doing so much of time pass. Let me get that. Give me a minute.
Okay.
It's easy also because one look you will have, you will not get confused. Quicker. Okay. Can you see this now?
Yes, ma'am.
This is called as, take it down. See this here. Okay. Example one is calendar year, which is 2025. Currently, we are in which calendar year? What does our calendar show? It shows 2026.
2026.
Whenever we say fiscal year, it is a period of 12 months. It can start anywhere in the calendar, end after 12 months, anywhere in the current calendar or the next year calendar. This is known as calendar year, and fiscal year is period of 12 months. Now, whenever it is Jan to December, it will be following the calendar year itself. It will be the same as calendar year. We are calling this as posting period. You should remember this posting period. That is what you will be saying in the. I will open my system. Whatever you already posted. Easy to show. Instead of going to. Here. Sorry. Do you see period 2 here?
Yeah.
Okay, because it is in Feb, this is period 2, fiscal year is 2026. So this is how you have to connect from there to here. So Feb is period 2. It is 26 because we are in year 26. This example I prepared for 25. Now this will be running like this, and period posting period is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is what one part of it which we have to set up in the system. I'll show it in the system. One more thing, main thing is, whenever you log in, whatever you get here, are you able to notice this SAP Easy Access?
Yes.
Once all the configuration, everything is done, this is the part where the end users, the business people, will start using the system. If that guy is in accountancy department, he'll come here. In whichever department within accounts he is working, in that area he will work here. Okay, they'll start using the system. To enable this, if the system has to be available for use here in easy access, it has to be set up. It has to be configured. That will happen here. That is where I went into SBRO. Okay, that means customizing the project. SAP reference IMG. IMG is implementation guide. So you see SAP customizing implementation guide. Now here we are here. Enterprise structure. Or going into enterprise structure. This is where you define your company and all this. I want to show you about fiscal year. First, financial accounting, total setting. Just 1 second. Okay, here, global parameters. Array. I'll go directly to the T code because this is taking time. OB 29. Okay, this is the fiscal year variant where I had explained here. These are standard ones. See, in SAP, we'll have something called as standard, then customized. If standard is not fitting my purpose, I can create a new one. Because this is very few fiscal year variants will be there. Can you see here? Fiscal year variants. Very few fiscal year variants will be there as standard. But this is a practice server. Everybody needs to practice, they go on creating left and right. Now, that being the case, so many you are able to see, but the standard that I have picked up, for example, here is K4 and V3. K4 is a standard, V3 also standard. K4 runs from Jan to December and V3 runs from April to March. So I have K4 here. Okay, can you see K4? It is a calendar year. That means it follows calendar. You see, this is the T code. When you log into system also, you can go in and see to understand what is fiscal year. You can use this T code directly and then observe all this. This is K4. See, even in your implementation when you go, you don't have to worry about setting up fiscal year variants. That SAP delivered. When SAP gives you the software, SAP delivered variants will be sufficient, more than sufficient. Here, same as standard, only people would have created many more and duplicated. Okay, so now K4 is what you select here. Whenever left side, what you see in this structure, if you want to see the substructures, the top one, whatever is there, inside that any one you have to select. If I don't select anything and if I try to double click here, system will tell me. Select an entry from, are you able to see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me double click that. Select an entry from sub-dialog fiscal year variance. This, it tells, this, see, initially when you guys are kind of overwhelmed seeing that why it is like this, why it is like that, it looks so complex and all, take it slow. Whatever system tells, double click. See, here only one some message came down because wait, I'll not select again. When I'm coming here, system told this, instead of just seeing only this, you will still not understand, double click this itself. Then it will tell a story. It's like the system itself is your teacher. Go here and see what it is telling. You're in a complex table maintenance, sub-dialogues, which are the several, sorry. Okay, and it is telling there are several sub-dialogues. It means these three. This one is there, under this, these three are there. You can't go to the dialogues because system will not know for which one it needs to give you details here. So one of it here you have to select from the top, then you can go at the bottom. Okay, now close. I'm selecting K4 and let me see what K4 periods tell. So there is no period maintenance here because it is following the calendar. V3 I can show you. 1 second, V3 will have maintenance. Why? Because there will be something called as year shift in that. In my Excel example, whatever I've taken, I'll explain. I'm selecting V3 now. And calendar, it is not following the calendar. It is not ticked here. But still it has got 12 periods and 4 special periods. Normally, system will have, the fiscal year will have posting periods and special periods. We'll come to that also. For now, understand that there are 12 periods according to 12 months and 4. And for V3, it will start from April, end in March. And here, whatever you see, it's a description only. I can even write here Anu or anything here. It will still take. It's a free field. But still, for reference, they've written here. Where exactly system will understand it is really from April to March is here. I go to periods now. See, fiscal year variant is V3, what I had selected and then came here. Number of posting periods are 12. Special periods are 4. Now, how system will understand what is what? Month 1, according to our calendar, whatever month 1 is there, this posting period 12, month 1 will have 31 days. Okay, then month 2 will have 29 days. Calendar month 1, 2. Are able to see 29 they have given maximum. Why? Because February sometimes once in 4 years it will be 29 days. So they have given maximum. Likewise, if I scroll down now, you will see that it is having 12. Okay, 12 periods. And each one, how many days are there, that is given. Now, this is a month, calendar month. Can you see here? It is a periods that we are defining. This is the calendar month. In each month, forget SAP. Just like that, if you open your calendar and see on your mobile or anywhere, how many days are there has been put here. Now, each month, what would you call? That is what is defined here. January will be period 10. How? Let me show you. How system is understanding January is going to be here. Can you see here? Period 10. Why?
Yes.
Because period 1 starts for V3 calendar April to March. April is period 1. 25. Here it is 24. But actually, if you see only from this 9 here, 10, 11, 12. But here, for the next year, it will flow. So even though now this example, if you take fiscal year and posting period, if you see, forget these three are previous year for your V3. Now April, May. Can you see here under April period 1, May 2. Likewise, December is 9, Jan 26 is 10, Feb 11, March 12. So 12 months will end in March for V3 calendar in SAP. So now, because it is V3, your 31, this will become, Jan will become period 10, 11 and 12. Now what is this year shift? Understand here. I have written here, can you see 2026 minus 1. Because in this example where you have seen, where is the document? Here. Can you see fiscal year? It can hold only 4 characters. This is called as field, this is a field name, and this is called as 4 characters. It can hold only 4 characters. Now, if this April to March is getting split between 2 calendar years, it starts from April of 25 and goes up to March of 26. Now, in the system, what will you call this? Calendar year will be there. From that year, plus or minus is what we determine here. See, 2026 minus 1 becomes 25. This entire year until March 26 will be 25 only for V3. This is the previous year. Though we were already in 25, okay, Jan, Feb, March of 25 will be 2024 period 10, 11, 12 for V3. Likewise, Jan, Feb, March of 26 will be 10, 11, 12 period of 25 for V3. This is how we understand the fiscal years. It can follow calendar year, it can go along with the calendar year, same as that, or fiscal year, different. When the fiscal year is different, then according to which month you are starting, the year shift will happen. See, 2026, whatever you are in that the first month, if you are in first month of 2026, 2026 minus 1 will become the fiscal year for your V3 period. Okay, that is called year shift. This can be one of your interview questions. There is no year shift here. Why? Because the year, whatever year is there, it is 2025 in the calendar, it will be the same only here from April to, because these two are falling in sync. 2025 will remain same. Only here, in order to make it 4-digit, 4 character, the actual calendar will be having 2026. From that, we have to convert it into 2025. Okay, that is fiscal year. Now, this is fiscal year. Now to set it up, we come here. Then all the periods are there. Then for each period, whatever you are telling, it should have a text. So what are the period texts? In each language, see whatever you maintain in SAP, depending on the language that you log in. See here. When I go here, when I'm logging in, there is a language here. Do you see that?
Yes.
It is by default, it will be there. So blindly will go up. So there are certain things you have to observe. If I log in DE, which is German language, whatever I see inside this server, inside this client with my same login credentials, it will be in German. To be able to see that, system has to maintain those. So where it happens in the settings, in the language, it will be maintained like this. For period 1, if the language is DE, it should come like this. Even in your GL account, master data, whatever you maintain, it will be maintained in different languages also. See, DE is October, okay. December, DZ, like that, D. And whenever you are like this, it shows there are 32 line items, 32 entries here. So I don't know where EN is. I don't have to scroll through everything here. I can go into position here and then say I want to see from EN. The cursor will come and stop here. It is entry 17 of 32. From here, if you see, it is text is here, full text is short text, long text. Okay, they have defined period 1 is April, period 2 is May. Period, not month. Okay, there's a difference. Month is as per calendar. Period is whatever we have defined. See, this is posting period. These are months, April, May, June, July. This is posting period. Okay, so posting period 1 will be April, May will become to June. These are the months. This is the period. There is something called as shortened fiscal year. When you go as a fresher, this is also one of the, what you call it, interview questions. Shortened fiscal year. What happens here, if you are seeing this one, not everybody or not every business will start their operations in SAP from Jan. If they're following Jan to December, they will not, it is not possible, it is not logical to say that whoever is using SAP, the new year should start and their operation should start from Jan only once they get the new system. Not possible. Whenever the project is completed, whenever the go live has happened successfully, the production also will start. Production will start using the server live. That can start anywhere here. Then what happens? The first year of their business, what will happen? It will be shortened, cut short. That is what is called as shortened fiscal year here. For V3, if you maintain the same, but then this is not the one. Sorry. V3 is not year dependent. You should make it year dependent. What happens is, I'll show you here. This is year dependent. That means when you put it of year dependent, every year your periods can be different. Suppose say here someone has put year dependent. Let us see what is WK. For WK 2026 still not maintained. That means for every year they have to maintain which month is which period. So when the shortened fiscal year, anytime here your business is ready to go live somewhere in between here, then from June to December. They're following K4 only. From next year, they'll have full 12-month period. But for now, when they're going live, you have only from here, June they're starting, suppose. Okay, that's our assumption. Then the shortened fiscal year. Fiscal year is 12 period, but the shortened one will be June, July, August, September, October, November, December, which is 7 months, including June. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But since they're starting here, this will be period 1 that time for them. This shortened fiscal year will have only 7 periods. This will be period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whenever you define a year dependent fiscal year variant and you say it is shortened, you should tell how many months, what is the day, even days also you can give, period, if required year shift. Year shift will happen if you are going across the fiscal years, example for V3 calendar. Any doubt here? I'll see if the SPRO has opened because I want to show you how to learn configuration. Here I came directly from the T code because I knew OB29 is the T code for fiscal year. Let me check here in SPRO if it has opened. Where will we? Here, basic settings. Fiscal year and under lectures as well. Fiscal year and posting periods. Can you see the path here? I came into SPRO and I opened the SAP IMG implementation guide. It comes to this display. This one, SAP customizing implementation guide. From there, it is financial accounting. Okay, financial accounting. This also gets opened. Okay, in financial accounting, so many other financial accounting global settings. Inside that ledger, once you open the ledger, fiscal year and posting periods. Now open here, maintain fiscal year variant. This is your OB29. Can you see here, OB29? It is showing locked by me only. So I will go back, close this. So I'll say maintain fiscal year variant. I'll come back to this OB29. Now, why I came here in the path is, when you see here, everywhere in the entire SPRO, in the entire customization part of it, which only you will have access, not the end users. SPRO is the gate through which you come in. Here, everywhere there is notes. That means, can you see? Lightly it has come when I hover here. IMG, activity, documentation. Okay. If I click on this, the hover, what you see, 1 second. This one is execute. It will go off. IMG activity it shows. If I execute, it will open and I have to do the work required there. I have to configure the system. But before that, I don't know what this means, what this is going to happen. Now there, what I would do, I can go into the documentation of the. One thing is searching what is fiscal year variant on your ChatGPT here, they're asking people. Another part is everything is in the system itself. So understand what this is. When it is telling posting periods, special periods, you don't know what it is. See, these are all active links. If you go there, it will take you and explain what is special period. For now, you leave it. I will tell you in real time what special periods are and how they are used later. For first, understand the basic 12 posting periods. Calendar year, non-calendar year, and year shift. These are the things we have learned. Posting periods, special periods, I'm parking for now. Sorry. Posting periods, special periods will come later. Now you have to understand the posting period, fiscal year, calendar year, and year shift. These many terminologies I've told you. These, when you see here, I don't know what is posting period. I've explained to you, but still when you come into the system and navigate until here, okay, and then you are saying, I don't know what it means. Once you click on this documentation, this will open up. When defining your fiscal year, these are the options available. Calendar, non-calendar year. What is the meaning? Everything it will tell you. Okay, so much is there. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Everywhere, full stories are written, explained by SAP itself. One way of it. Another way is go inside this itself and then see, okay, I don't know what it is. Now I go to position 136, fiscal year variants are people have created. These are the fiscal year variants. 136 they have created. I go to the position. I want to learn about K4. Okay. I know K4 is this. It has got these settings. Now what is this? I do not know. I'll put it back. And my cursor is here. Can you see that corners like this in square? The cursor is here. Once you keep the cursor here, you can click on this question mark. This is another way of learning. Take it slow. Once you understand, the logic is same everywhere in all the screens. You can easily move forward later on. For now, don't even worry, take it slow. Determine periods like calendar year. What is it? So each field you can learn like this. Not only this checkbox, here if I go, here also I can go to the question mark. I'm asking the system. System has all the information. Fiscal year can be subdivided into 16 periods. What is the special period? Posting period. That you can understand. Okay. Then fiscal year variant. This itself I don't know. Then again I'll go and ask the system. It will tell what is the fiscal year variant. Here itself, sometimes proceed it will tell. Then you can proceed. Means you can start setting it up from here itself. It is giving you a link to go and define fiscal year variant. Sometimes that also is possible within the documentation. Okay. Now, when you come here, here also so many icons are there. You should be little curious. Check it out, what it is. This one is one thing what I want to tell you, technical information. What we are saying is just the functional part of it. Technical means the tables, the program, the field name. Here I am calling this, where I have put F1 now is on fiscal year variant. Here in this first column, in this field I have put F1. F1 or, okay, wait. This one is F1 only. Can you see help or F1? The question mark is help or F1 directly. Or without clicking here, on my keyboard also I can put F1 for any field. Just place the cursor there and put F1. Now once I go here into this, then I want to see, this is a field name, fiscal year variant, name of the field. But technically what it is, that is what I'll get here. Okay, it will tell this is the program, this is the screen number. This and all, you don't worry. What I want to tell you is the field name as such is this. Just to see, I can further navigate. You can go so much inside that you'll get lost. You can even go into the program and it will be very overwhelming. I'm not going there. For now, just to understand, don't go into technical also, just understand what is what. For that, two ways. One is going in the path and reading the documentation, or directly getting inside the transaction for configuration and then understanding through the help what is what. Here, once you keep the cursor here, I'm right click on that, and then if I say display technical info, that technical info is different. It will tell the OB29, what you see here is this. Okay, that technical info will be there. Or one second, that should be technical info. You go to maintain objects. You see the transaction code here. Okay, this is the transaction code. Everything to call a program, to execute some process, those are all called as transaction codes. Even for end user transaction as well as for the IMG, which is your configuration also.
Is these transaction codes are same for everything? Like
no, it is different.
for
I showed
every
you
project
yesterday.
and all?
Across SAP it is same. I talk to you in this project, in practice server or real server. For maintain fiscal year variant, it is OB29. Simple Google OB29 what it is, it will tell you. Transaction codes are same. Across the systems, it is the same. In SAP, these are SAP transaction codes. Doesn't matter which project it is. Okay, display key. Can you see this? IMG activity. If I go and click like this, then what happens? That information will come. Not everything will click. Few we can tell like this. Just for information only, I'm telling you, don't bother about this. We can just keep the display like this and then start working. Okay, that is what we have for your fiscal year variant today. You should ask me doubts. It's not that you have understood everything. Say something or ask. Otherwise, I'll ask you. Yes? You have anything to ask? You know how to log in now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what did you do yesterday?
Nothing.
Okay.